Hey there, our first video here on the channel. I'm super glad to be here, Gabi Mesa Skywalker. Today I would like to speak about this main concept that is foundational to who I am, to my life experience, to the field of knowledge that I feel I know the most about. It's authenticity, the self-knowledge journey, and I use the term BEliving to define what it is and the concept that I would like to spread about or to talk about in helping us to actually make this a thing, be who you are, the importance of authenticity, the importance of truth. It's well known. I think we all have heard the many good reasons behind it. We feel inspired, we feel moved. We all want to be ourselves in the day to day in our lives. But when it comes to actually making it happen and to living in the day to day who we are, I think the biggest challenges are really there. The traits that we get to feel in showing who I am, in speaking my mind, in behaving in a certain way, in doing things the way I want to do them, it's immense. I've seen it. I one of the things that I get to see, and it was fun in a way for me. It was all like this song from Miley Cyrus, Flowers, and I saw so many people singing about it and understanding the importance of there's nobody who can loves me better than the way I am, and really thinking I can do this for myself, and I don't really need someone to do this for me. I can do it myself. And I think that's deep, but then it stays there, it stays in a song, it stays in a way I sing with passion. And the moment it comes to dancing by myself or bringing me flowers or really telling me the nice loving stuff or treating me in a positive way, being truly committed to who I am, to my dreams, to my ways, to showing myself, just for the sake of feeling free, for the sake of knowing who I am, that's another story, right? So it's not to judge who we are, it's not to judge anybody or the way we behave. We are learning, and that's the beauty of it, that if we are learning, we can put some effort or some dedication into how do I do this. When you were learning whatever subjects in your life, you dedicated a time, you dedicated an intention, and maybe observation, and maybe you took notes, or maybe you did something for you to understand the subject, to understand the problems that they were putting you to practice. And then you were doing this, and then you got to understand something, you got to see how you found maybe the way, the trick, the perspective that got you to actually making use of that information, of that knowledge. You probably could actually help also some other people around you, other students, other mates that were not as good as you, or they didn't have it as easy to understand that type of knowledge, and then you were able to help. I think it's the same thing to know ourselves, I've been doing it that way. In any case, I've been taking notes. I have hundreds of notebooks and millions of text notes because I've been taking notes. I've been taking pictures. I've been noticing. I've been caring for understanding who I am and what I feel and what I care for. What are my values, my priorities? All of that has brought me to when I have a conversation, I know my points of view. I know why I'm saying what I'm saying, and I know the values or the priorities that allow me to be that person. That allow me, if I care for freedom, then I go keep freedom. I give myself freedom. I give freedom anywhere I can see freedom the way I understand it, or in giving freedom, I get to understand new perspectives, new approaches, new ways to be free or give others freedom. If I care or I'm developing my patience, I know every experience it's gonna help me to train my patience. I'm patiently waiting for stuff. I'm patiently understanding others. I'm patiently practicing my patience. So all of these things are a thing. It's not just about the inspirational note. It's not about just reading the book, going to the webinar, the retreat, the meditation. All these things are tools and they are useful. But if we leave them there, just we forget about the book, we forget about the inspirational note, we repeat the mantra a few times a day, but then we forget that we are trying to be loyal to ourselves and we go saying yes to the things that we don't want to say yes, or we stop expressing our points of view because what are they going to say, then we are not actually making it happen. In the day to day, there are many tricks, there are many ideas, many beliefs, many situations. The whole environment, the main perspectives are like challenging, I would say, the expression of the self. And I think it's there where we need a hand. I think it's there where we need the practice, but the understanding that it is a practice, that you need to uh, pay a certain level of attention to noticing who you are, to what I'm saying. Is this truth? I'm saying it, but maybe I'm gonna have to revise on my own, in my own pace, at my own time, why I've been saying this when I feel now that it's not as truthful as it used to be, or it's not truthful at all, or that I can word it out in a different way that actually it feels truthful to me. And then you're gonna be amazed of all the changes and all the beauty and the circumstances that start happening for yourself. You are gonna be able to start resonating a lot more with people, with situations, with circumstances. Everything that seems right now like decoration and random stuff around you are gonna start being meaningful, are gonna you're gonna start noticing that they are actually there to help you in some way, to bring you a belief, or to notice a memory, or to bring you some words or an expression or a question that is gonna open up to new relationships, to new paths, to new knowledge, to new stuff. And when you open up to that, you're gonna start noticing that as the more you do that, the more it makes sense. All these tools, all these people, all these circumstances, and also it starts helping you to make more sense of everything that has been to date since day one that you were born. All your circumstances, all your experiences, they all serve a purpose. We are not able to see it firsthand. We are in the education, in the day-to-day, in the rush of trying to become, to be, to achieve. We have forgotten to acknowledge the importance of life itself, interacting with each of us, and actually being helpful, being a friend, being a companion, and being your mate in helping you create the circumstances, the situations, and moving things around for you to grow, for you to feel supported, for you to feel alive, for you to see yourself growing and becoming stronger, more confident, more intelligent, more patient. But if we have forgotten this, then it doesn't mean that we need to keep that way of being. In my way of being, in the way I live my life, I put life in the same, or I put myself, I don't know how to say it, at the same level with life. We are mates. We are together in everything. I know life sometimes knows exactly or clearly more than me what I need, so I trust life. And sometimes life tells me, okay, it's for you to do whatever you want. I'm gonna be here and I'm just gonna support whatever you decide. And then I have fun. I got to do my own stuff, my own ways, my own things. And if I made any mistakes, life is kind enough to tell me, here, we can do it this way next time. And then I keep learning and I keep growing. Life has become, with this perspective of being who I am, it has become a truest reflection of my preferences, my likings, my joys, the everything that brings me to balance, to health, to practicity. I love practicity, so life brings me all the tools, all the ways the knowledge, the teachers, the relationships that help me and support me in living a practical lifestyle. So it's fun. I think it goes beyond the mantras. It goes beyond the liking the post of be you, be yourself, authenticity, truthfulness, loyalty, all of that is out there. How are we gonna be living it in the day to day? How can you, it's not actually that you need to learn to be yourself. It's just we need to learn to stopping ourselves from being ourselves. We need to allow ourselves to be ourselves, to think the way we think, to feel the way we think, whenever it happens, whenever whoever is there, whenever it is convenient for them or not, whenever it's convenient for me or not. It's gonna happen. You're gonna think, you're gonna feel, you're gonna want things, you're gonna have so many needs or wants or ideas, and you cannot really control them in happening, but you can do something with it. And what you're doing with it, rather than refraining, containing, hiding, ignoring, judging, neglecting, all of those things are not really helpful. So in BEliving, it really is about allowing yourself to be, addressing, acknowledging who you are being in the ways you're being without judging. That's a practice. That's a practice. Without judging, and then with patience, that's another practice we develop, and then following your own bliss, following your own voice, what you want, what you care for, understanding clearly what I care for, why, and my house, because there's all this information in the world. We are inundated with, flooded, I guess it's a correct word in English, with information and knowledge and data and strategies and professionals telling us what to do. And then we are lost and confused, and we want to be perfect, and we try things that are not really caring for us or not resonant with what we really want to try. And then it all goes wrong. We lose time, we lose energy, we feel deceived, treason, left alone, neglected. We feel so bad, and we lose so much time, with so much energy, and we lose hope, and we lose faith, and we stop trusting and believing in all these beautiful things and all these beautiful people that we're not really aware of our needs, or that we're not really saying truth or whatever, because they too were afraid of something. So if we start with ourselves, with our mindsets, know your mindset. What are you really thinking? What you really want to keep in your thoughts? What thoughts you want to get rid of, let go, transform, evolve, upgrade? Your emotions, what's the difference with your emotions, your feelings, your sensations, and what you can do with them to allow them to get the best out of your emotions, the best out of your feelings. How feelings and intentions are more powerful than any vitamins that you can be taking, and more than any inspirational notes and philosophical ideas that you have ever tried. Just get to connect with your real feelings, and you'll see, when you connect with passion, when you connect with joy, when you connect with who you are, and understanding, that first understanding of, oh my god, I am all of this and it makes so much sense, is gonna empower you in a way that nothing ever is gonna be able to stop you. Depression is no longer a menace. It's not even there as a thing, because you start finding so much of what makes sense, what makes you feel alive, connected. You start understanding your relationships, with why I had this relationship in the past. It was because my mindset was in that tone. My feelings were so uh, entangled in a way that I couldn't even understand. How was I expecting other people to understand me? Stuff like that. So, believing is about actually walking your talk. If you say, I believe in this, go live it. If you say, I love myself, then go live it. Show it not just in the mirror. Show it not just in the way you dress or the way you show up in the world. Show it to yourself in the silence, in the making the mistake and the names you are calling yourself, in the I couldn't do it, but I still feel joyful because I gave it a try, in the compassionate ways in anything and everything you do, in becoming your best friend, in allowing life to be a good mate for you, in noticing how every single day, even though they seem the same, they are not. Each day is unique. Each day is bringing us a mix of energies, of impulses, of sensations that if we get to know how to perceive them, how to allow our sensations to be those ideas, that creativity, that willingness, that feeling like I want this, it's actually gonna take you somewhere. It's actually gonna be helpful for you. So I'll be here and sharing everything I've been finding in the self-discovery journey, soul level, understanding your energy. It's a thing, understanding that it is a natural thing, a human thing, and that actually everything is energy. And once you start speaking this language, I feel like it is like literally a language. Once you start speaking energy, everything it starts speaking, and it's not as scary as the way we picture or anything that we know about energy and the mystical, esoterical, metaphysical stuff. That's a use that some people decided to have for their energy, and the way they use any tool, any knowledge, we have the choice. But the way I pretend or the way I've been living energy, it's so fun, it's so fulfilling, it's joyful. It's like I really feel it's like it brings you back to childhood, a little bit like it. So I'm gonna stop it here because I'm getting a bit emotional now. It's just so fun, and there's nothing better. I don't think there's a better choice that we. I had to take a second, really got me, but I don't think there's a better choice, and I mean it. I don't think there's a better tool, a better healing way, a better in the present time way of being, another magical trick, another solution, the way you want to picture it. I think being oneself, it's all of it at once. It brings you so much balance in your mind, in your soul, in your body, the vitality, the energy. You're never tired, even though you are doing so much. It's because you are so passionate about it. It gives you energy. You flood energy. You flood, love and creativity and ideas. And the problem becomes to be discerning, where do I start? Because I have so many ideas. It's not about having ideas anymore. It's like there's so much, and there's so much for you personally, and there's so much for your loved ones, for your relationships. It's not just the human relationships that start changing. Your animals, your pets, they became part of the family. You start understanding so much why they are there, their purpose. You start understanding life, every single situation, circumstances, details. They are not that random. They make sense. They are part of the puzzle. There are pieces there for you to understand, to know, to expand, to see more, to see closer. And everything starts being there for you. It's going to serve you, mind, body, spirit, and it's going to serve your loved ones, your relationships, as I said, and your lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle. It's not just about liking the post. It's not just about reading, therapy, yoga, meditation, and then forgetting in the moment where I'm impatient, where I'm frustrated, when I'm angry against the world, about these situations or about myself. It's there that you get to see who you are. It's there that you can be your own inspiration. It's there that you can find the beauty the opportunity to transform your mindset, to connect with your feelings, to be that person that you want to be for others, to be that advice that you give to others, to open up to so much that that particular situation, that person that you see as your enemy, as the unfriendly people, the daunting things, they are full of opportunities, and it's just a matter of start connecting with who we are, so that we understand why we are fearful of whatever it is. We address all of them one day at a time, what's one tiny step at a time, and it becomes a life of joy, health, balance. It's not just for a few days, it starts becoming a week. Eventually, it starts becoming a period, a year. And I swear, it becomes the way you live your whole time without thinking, without having to stress yourself for committing to X amount of sessions, therapy, or going anywhere, or caring for not having the money. This is a human thing, and we all deserve the quality life. And in the quality life, knowing how we're gonna create the material life our way, in a fulfilling way, in a joyful way, without having to neglect our loved ones, ourselves, or anything that we feel passionate about. I hope you find some resonance in this, and if you do, you have million ways to do this. If ever you need help, if any of these videos, the tips, the knowledge, the techniques or practices that I share with you serve you, welcome, join the channel, leave me your comments, your feedback, your questions. It's gonna be amazing, and that's my purpose, that we all learn to be ourselves, nobody else. It cannot come from books, it cannot come from artificial intelligence, or people telling me how I should be, or what I should care for, or how I should do things. It's for us to do. So if this is a personal endeavor, I invite you to approach it as an adventure, as a journey of joy, of colors, of light, joy, where you actually want more of it. And every day it's going to be providing you more of it, because it's all about you, and you are the center of your life. And the more you know it, the more is there for you to enjoy, to feel in wonder, and to share with the whole world, because it's going to be so much that you get to see that you are going to have to put it somewhere out there. Big hug. Love you.